there's some really nice upgrades with this.
Hey guys, MetalJesus here, and I'm back with a review of the brand new XREAL One AR Glasses. You guys know me, I travel a lot, I'm always on the go, and about a year ago I was introduced to the previous model of AR glasses, and I walked away with those very impressed, actually. They're very cool technology packed into there. However, there was a couple things that I thought that could use a little bit of work. Well, these new glasses address one of the things that needed to be changed, and that is that you don't have to use that little beam puck anymore to do the stabilization. That's a huge deal. And I'm going to tell you how they did it, but before we get going here, I do want to let you know that these were sent to me for review, and XREAL is sponsoring this video. However, they're basically just letting me do whatever I want with this video, and so all of the opinions are my own. I'm going to be very honest in this video because there's a lot of cool things that they've changed about these glasses, but you know, it's an ever-evolving technology, and so there's always a couple things more that I would like to see done in the future. And to help me out with this video, I brought in my nephew William and also his fiancée Nicole. And then jumping right into the big new feature this year with the XREAL Ones is that they have built a custom chip. So this is something that they started developing on their own back in 2022, and they're calling it the X1 chip. And this is kind of a big deal because it allows them to do specific processing on the glasses themselves. This includes the anchor technology to stabilize the display. Now, previously you had to use that beam puck, that thing that almost looked kind of like an iPod sitting next to you. That's where all the processing happened. Well, now they don't have to do that. It's actually built into the glasses themselves with this custom X1 chip. And just like before, the screen is super stable. It's actually very impressive and doesn't hardly move at all. Now, I should let you know that trying to capture this footage is a bit of a challenge because I have to actually put my GoPro right next to these lenses to try to give you a sense of how this looks, although when you wear these, it looks very crisp, very clear. But I wanted to give you some sort of sense as to what it's like, and so that's why I'm doing this. Now, having that chip in there also allows them to have settings built into those glasses. You know, this is something that the consumer probably would have assumed would be there, but without that processing built into the glasses themselves, yeah, I mean, the previous models didn't have that. And again, it's really nice to be able to do that on the glasses themselves at any time, no matter what you're plugged into. Now, you probably noticed that I called these AR glasses, or augmented reality. Well, having that chip in there, it also opens this up to have developers potentially tap into their SDK and make apps for this. So that's very cool. So you in the future can be looking at AR and some VR experiences. That custom chip also allows them to get really ultra low latency. So these only experience about 3 milliseconds of latency. Now that's compared to around 20 milliseconds with last year's model. So that's a huge improvement. You can easily switch between anchored and follow modes with just a push of the button right there on the glasses. So if you need to change positions while you're sitting or maybe readjust, that's an easy and quick way to do that. You also have one button dimming. So you have 3 adjustable dimming levels there. You have clear or shade, and then you also have a theater mode if you want to block out most of what's in the background and just focus on the actual screen. They have an ultra wide display option, which is great if you're going to be connecting this to a PC. There is a side view mode, which basically creates this mini screen for when you are, I guess, perhaps using it on a computer and you want something just kind of off to the side. And they were able to eliminate any blurry edges with this new X1 chip. So again, another benefit of having that control over the experience with their, specific technology that they've made. And they have this 3D movie option. This is so cool. I actually watched a couple movies with this recently, and basically the way it works is that it supports side-by-side 3D movies. So you have to get that version of it, and you set it up in VLC Movie Player on your PC, and they look and sound fantastic. And the display has gotten wider too. So last year's model had 46 degrees of visibility, and this one they've bumped it up to 50 degrees, and it is noticeable. What's interesting about this is that they're going to have an XREAL One Pro model coming out soon as well, and that's going to be bumped up to 57 degrees. So the deal is pretty much The more degrees, the better the experience for you is. And so that's the one thing for me, is that I just always want more degrees. I want it to be taking up my entire field of view, and every year they're kind of inching closer to that. And so seeing that they've improved that this year, that's a good thing. And the way that translates to sort of the real world is that the display is really the equivalent of a 147-inch display in front of your eyes. So imagine that if you went to the store and you bought a HD television that is 147 inches. That's how this feels. Then getting back to that Pro model that's coming soon, they're going to enlarge that to over 170 inches, if you can believe that. So yeah, this technology just keeps getting better and better. And then as to the performance of that, well, it runs at 120 hertz, and so it is great for fast gaming. They've also changed and upgraded the sound this year. So they partnered with Bose, and basically there's these tiny little speakers that are around your ears there, and they've upgraded the audio with Spatial Sound Field version 3.0. What that means for you is that the sound is excellent. And what's really wild is that it's surprisingly private as well. It'll be really loud when you have these on, and you'll think that the whole room can hear it. No, it's really just specific to you. So it's pretty cool. It's really designed to not bug people that may be sitting next to you on a plane or a train or in the car or sitting on the couch. It works really well. Not everybody's face is the same, and so these are very customizable. So starting with a 3-point adjustable hinge right there, so that way you can get the perfect angle for your eyes. And they have these zero pressure nose pads that come in 3 different sizes to make sure that it's a comfortable fit for you. And they're not heavy at all. They only weigh 84 grams. And the reason why they're able to do that is because there is no built-in battery that would add, heft and weight to this. Basically, it gets all the power from the device that it's plugged into, which again keeps the glasses very light. Also included in the box are templates for prescription lenses if you need them, and on their website they actually have more information about this. Some people that they've partnered with to make sure that you can get your correct prescription for this. So overall, we really like the XREAL One glasses, and it's awesome that you don't have to carry that extra little power puck with you to get some of these additional features. They're all built into the actual glasses themselves with that custom chip. That is great. And so for me, I think the only thing I would like to see them add in the future is just more viewing angles. I want all the viewing angles, you know what I mean? I just want it to take over my entire vision when I use these, because everything else about them is fine. It's great. The displays are great. They're super vivid when you're playing games and watching movies and using computers. And the performance is awesome. It's nice to have the settings in there. So I actually don't have any complaints about anything really, other than I just want it to take over more of my sight. That's what I'm looking for in the future. Now the cost of these is $499, and I'm going to put a link down in the video description below if you want to find out more information. But I would love to know what you guys think down in the comments below, because as you can see, every year the technology is just marching forward to the point where I think we're going to get something like this with glasses that, you're just going to pop them on and you're going to be able to have your entire computer, internet, music, pretty much everything in augmented reality glasses. I think that's definitely where we're heading. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and take care.